Hey there, fellow explorer. Ready to trade in the well-trodden path for something a bit more, shall we say, off the beaten track?
You bet they are. Those Västerås, Sweden sources you sent, they really caught my eye.
You can say that again? This deep dive request has hidden gem written all over it.
It really does. And what I'm finding fascinating is how you've gone beyond the usual tourist brochures. I mean, we've got glimpses into university research, whispers of Viking settlements, even a peek into the city's art scene, like the Västerås Konstmuseum.
It's clear our listener is after the soul of Västerås.
And trust me, this city has one captivating story to tell.
Okay, so before we dive into the deep end, let's set the scene for everyone. Where exactly is Västerås and what makes it so special?
Picture this. Nestled right on the shores of Lake Mälaren, about 100 kilometers west of Stockholm.
Okay, so we're talking lakeside charm, got it.
Yeah.
But what about its history? Is it as old as some of the other cities we've explored?
Oh, much older than you might think. Now, you might think Stockholm holds all the historical bragging rights, but get this. Västerås actually predates its more famous neighbor.
Wait, older than Stockholm? Now that's a plot twist I didn't see coming. This isn't just some sleepy lakeside town, is it?
Not even close. While the official founding date is still a bit of a puzzle, historically speaking, archaeological digs point to a bustling Viking-age trading hub around 990 AD. That's almost a millennium of history, folks.
See, this is what I love about these deep dives. You think you're about to explore a charming little city, and bam, you stumble upon Viking settlements. But I have a feeling those Vikings weren't just trading trinkets and sharing stories around a campfire, were they? We've got some serious castle vibes going on here, too.
You're right on the money. Västerås Castle, a site you absolutely must see. This place has witnessed power struggles, sieges, you name it.
Ooh, I'm already intrigued. Give me the highlights.
Well, we're talking rebellious nobles, kings seeking refuge. There's even a bishop who played a role in the infamous Stockholm bloodbath.
The Stockholm bloodbath, it was a brutal massacre back in 1520, right?
Yeah.
Changed the course of Swedish history, if I remember correctly.
Exactly. And speaking of captivating history, one of these sources mentions something about a king in Västerås playing a pivotal role in the Reformation. This city's historical resume is seriously impressive.
It really is. Okay, so for those of us who might need a quick history refresher, what was the Reformation all about, and what was Västerås's role in it?
Well, back in the 16th century, King Gustav Vasa decided to break away from the Catholic Church and make Sweden Protestant.
A bold move.
It was a seismic shift, a defining moment in Swedish history. And guess where he chose to make it official?
Västerås.
You got it. 1527, the city hosted the Reformation Parliament, forever etching itself into the annals of Swedish history.
We've gone from Viking trading post to Reformation hotspot in the blink of an eye. Talk about range. But I have a feeling Västerås wasn't content with resting on its historical laurels. One of these articles teased something about Industrial Revolution 2.0 and wait for it, pizza. Did I wander into the wrong deep dive?
Not at all. Fast forward a few centuries, and Västerås throws itself headfirst into the world of innovation and industry. This is where ASEA, a pioneering electrical engineering company that later became the global giant ABB, set up shop. Their arrival transformed Västerås, putting it on the map as a hub of industrial might.
Okay, that explains the Industrial Revolution 2.0 part.
Yeah.
But I'm still stuck on the pizza. Did those ASEA engineers have a soft spot for pepperoni and extra cheese or something?
In a way. You see, the very first pizza served in Sweden. Yep, you guessed it, Västerås, 1947. Yeah. Apparently, a local restaurant called Sjöhagen, known for its Italian clientele, many of whom worked at ASEA, decided to introduce this now iconic dish to a curious Swedish public.
So, Västerås. Viking heritage, royal intrigue, industrial innovation, and a pioneering spirit when it comes to culinary adventures. I have a feeling this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so we've journeyed from Viking ships to industrial giants with a side of pizza for good measure.
Pizza.
But something tells me there's more to Västerås than meets the eye.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm ready to trade in my history hat for an artist's smock and explore the cultural side of this city.
All right, sounds good to me.
What do you say?
You're absolutely right.
Good.
There's a whole other side to Västerås just waiting to be discovered.
Speaking of blending old and new, in those sources you shared, there were mentions of a contemporary artist who seemed to have a knack for creating art that's anything but ordinary.
Oh, right.
Something about a hotel and a tree.
Ah, you must be talking about Mikael Genbergs. He's a local artist known for his truly unique and immersive installations.
Okay.
And yes, one of his creations is Hotel Hackspett, a hotel room nestled high up in a tree overlooking the beautiful Vasaparken.
Wait, a hotel room in a tree?
It is.
You're kidding.
No.
That's incredible. Imagine waking up to birdsong and a view of the entire city.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
I have to admit, this Mikael Genberg is quickly becoming my new hero. What other surprises does he have in store for us?
Get this. He also created the Utter Inn, an underwater hotel.
No way.
You're literally sleeping beneath the surface of Lake Mälaren. Talk about a room with a view.
An underwater hotel. Okay, that settles it. Västerås is officially the coolest city I've never been to. From Viking burials captured in oil paints to hotels that defy gravity and plunge below the waves, this place is full of surprises. But wait, before we plan our itinerary, we can't forget about one very important detail. The cucumber.
Oh, yes, of course.
What's the deal with Västerås and this mysterious cucumber everyone keeps mentioning?
Ah, yes. No deep dive into Västerås would be complete without mentioning the Västeråsgurkan.
Okay, hit me with it. What is the Västeråsgurkan?
It's a special variety of cucumber.
Okay.
That's become a symbol of the city.
You know, it's fascinating how a simple vegetable can become so intertwined with a city's identity.
Yeah.
It speaks to the pride and sense of community that Västerås seems to embody. So, is this cucumber craze a long-standing tradition, or is it a more recent phenomenon?
It's actually a bit of both. While cucumbers have been grown in the region for centuries, the Västeråsgurkan, as we know it today, rose to fame in the 1900s.
Okay.
And quickly became this source of local pride.
Got it.
Think of it as a testament to the city's ability to take something ordinary and turn it into something extraordinary.
I love that. From ancient Viking settlements to cutting-edge art installations and a cucumber with a cult following, Västerås is full of unexpected delights.
It really is.
There's a local filmmaker, Bo Lundvang. He's been using drones to capture footage of the area. So we're not just talking about, like, those sweeping, epic landscape shots, right? It's like he's creating this visual time capsule of a community that's very much alive and evolving. That is so cool. But amidst all this exploration, we haven't forgotten about those mentions of sports teams and a city buzzing with athletic energy.
Right.
I'm ready to swap my artist smock for a team jersey and see what this city's sporting spirit is all about.
You're in for a treat. Västerås is a city that truly embraces its sports.
I like it.
And there's a palpable energy that comes with that. And you know what? That same innovative spirit we've seen in their art and history, it finds its way onto the playing field too, particularly in the heart-pounding, fast-paced sport of bandy.
Okay, I have to admit my bandy knowledge is a little rusty.
Okay, no worries.
For those of us who might need a quick refresher, could you paint a picture of what makes this sport so special, especially in Västerås? Okay, you've officially piqued my curiosity.
Get this, imagine a sheet of ice the size of a football field.
Okay.
Players weaving and dodging with incredible speed.
Right.
And a ball flying towards the goal. That's bandy.
I love it.
They also field a competitive football team.
So they're rubbing shoulders with the best of the best in Swedish football. That's impressive. And I noticed a mention of another team in our deep dive notes, Västerås IK. Tell me more about them. Are they rivals with Västerås SK?
That's a great question. It's always more fun when there's a little local rivalry in the mix, right?
Always.
While Västerås IK has a long and storied history of its own.
I love that. It sounds like whether you're a die-hard bandy fanatic, a devoted follower of football, or an art enthusiast wandering through the halls of a museum, Västerås has something to capture your imagination. We've uncovered ancient history, artistic rebels, a city that embraces innovation, and even a cucumber with a cult following.
Don't forget that cucumber.
As we begin to wrap up our deep dive, I'm curious, with all this history and energy, what do you think the future holds for Västerås?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You know, as we've explored these sources together, it's become clear that Västerås is a city at a crossroads. You've got this rich industrial legacy, but there's also this undeniable push towards sustainability, technology, and a future-focused mindset. Remember those mentions of Mälardalens University and the Science Park? Those are key pieces of the puzzle.
They definitely caught my eye. It sounds like Västerås is investing in its future in some really interesting ways. What are some of the key areas of focus for the university and the science park?
Melodellen's university is like a hub for cutting-edge research and development,
Okay.
with a particular emphasis on robotics and industrial automation.
Got it.
And the science park. It's like a breeding ground for innovation. You've got startups and tech companies pushing the boundaries of what's possible, all within this collaborative and supportive environment.
Wow.
It's clear that Västerås is looking beyond its industrial past and embracing the potential of technology to shape its future.
It's incredible to think that a city with such deep historical roots can also be so forward-thinking. We started this deep dive, eager to uncover the hidden gems of Västerås, and I have to say, you've delivered. It's not just a dot on the map anymore, it's a city brimming with stories, innovations, and a future full of possibilities.
Absolutely.
We've explored its past, present, and even gotten a glimpse into its future. But most importantly, we've discovered that Västerås is a city that defies expectations, embracing its heritage while boldly forging a path towards a future filled with possibility and innovation. So the next time you're looking for an adventure, remember the city on Lake Mälaren, a place where history, art, and innovation collide, and the Västeråsgurkan reigns supreme.
Well said. It's time for us to say farewell, but the exploration doesn't have to end here.
To our listeners, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to seek out the hidden gems in your own backyard and beyond. Who knows what incredible discoveries await? Until next time, happy exploring.
And now, a word from the creator.
Since 2002, Turbo Media has been the driving force behind the most breathtaking promotional films and photography the world has ever seen. From aerial drone mastery to reference films that push the boundaries for both small businesses and global giants, our lens captures it all. Trade shows, conferences, events. We don't just film them, we make them legendary. With an uncompromising dedication to quality, precision, and delivery that's as fast as lightning. Turbo Media. Elevate your vision. Dominate your story.
Turbo Media delivered this awesome content.
Det där kändes överdrivet.